right, guys, today we are going to do some multiplying using problem solving. We're going to just talk about basic multiplication. So yesterday you guys did a little bit of practice with trailing zeros from yesterday. Remember, the whole idea is just to make your multiplication a lot easier. Just moving those zeros on over. Okay, today we're going to work a little bit on multiplying with problem solving. Okay, so we're going to start off with the scenario. A contractor needs to place new concrete in the city park. The table shows the different grades or levels of concrete, the amount needed of each kind of concrete, and the price per yard. So you know how there's different levels of certain things that you can buy. Okay, with concrete there is no difference. There are different levels. Okay, so in our chart here that we have, okay, these are the different grades that you can buy, and it depending on the type or the kind that you want to use, you may or may not need more or less. Kind of like if you decide you're going to paint a room. If you go to the paint store and you buy the highest quality of paint, well, you can probably cover more wall surface area with a higher quality of paint than you can with a cheaper quality of paint, because you seem to run out faster. It doesn't cover near as well. So we have concrete grades or levels, okay? So we have our discount grade, and if the contractor decides to use the discount grade, he would need 143 yards at $17 per yard. Now, if he decides to go with the all-purpose grade, he would need 132 yards at $18 per yard. I messed up a little bit. That should say 132. I tried to correct it. Hopefully you guys can see that that's 132. Okay. If he decides to go with the medium grade of concrete, he would need 129 yards at $19 per yard. And if he decides to go with the premium, which is the best of the best, he would only need 121 yards of it, but it would cost him $23 per foot. Now, here's our question. This is what I want you to think about. So actually right now what you should probably do is pause this video and write this down. Later on I will be asking you to send me a picture of your notes, and I would like to see how you're doing with your notes. Note taking is very, very important, boys and girls. I hope that you guys are taking this seriously. So the question that's going to go along with our scenario is, which grade will get the job done the cheapest? Okay. So in other words, which one of these, out of discount, all-purpose, medium, and premium, should the contractor use in order to spend the least amount of money? So the word cheapest means least amount of money. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. I bet you a lot of you are thinking, well, Miss Connect, that's easy. All I have to do is look at the price per yard. It's easy to see. Wouldn't the discount price be the cheapest? Ah, although you are observant, you've got to think about this. Yes, the price per yard for the discount is definitely cheaper, but look how much more he has to buy. So you've got to think, which one of these kinds is actually going to be the cheapest? And the way we have to figure that out is, guys, we simply have to do the math. The best way of doing this is to use your basic multiplication. And guys, we're just going to use whole number multiplication. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to calculate the discount. I want to know what the total price is going to be for the discount grade, okay? I want to know what it's going to be for the discount grade. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to start working on solving my problem, okay? So I'm going to start that here. I'm just going to put a letter D right here so that I know that this math goes with the discounted price. So he needs 143 yards at $17 per yard. So that means that we're going to take 143 times 17, okay? So we have a 3 by 2 digit multiplication problem. Hopefully you guys are very familiar with your multiplication facts, okay? I am going to use the method of standard algorithm to solve this. If you like to use partial products, be my guest. I would, however, move away from the area model where you draw the box for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's big and bulky and takes up too much space. Number 2, when you start getting into larger numbers when you multiply, you're more likely to make a mistake. 7 times 3 is 21. So I'm going to put down my 1 and carry the 2. So 7 times 4 is 28. 29, 30. So plus 2 is 30. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So what I like to do now is, since I have already used my 7 and I have these numbers were regrouped, I like to cross them out, and I encourage you to do the same thing. So now I'm actually moving over to the tens place. Now because I'm moving over to the tens place to do my multiplication, I need to keep my placeholder 0 at the bottom so that I don't get off in my place value down here. So now our multiplication is easy because I'm just multiplying times 1. Well, I'm really multiplying times 10, but since I put my placeholder 0 down here, which is why we trailed zeros in this first lesson, it'll be easier to do. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1. Now I'm going to do my addition. 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 3 is 3, 0 plus 4 is 4, 1 plus 1 is 2. So it looks like in order for the contractor to use the discounted grade of concrete, it's going to cost him a total of $2,431. We still don't know if that's the cheapest yet because we need to figure out the rest. So now we're going to go to the all-purpose, and I'm going to put an AP here so that I know what math this goes with. So the all-purpose grade is, he would need 132 yards at $18 per yard. So we're going to start that multiplying. You can hear $18 per yard. That tells us we should multiply. So 8 times 2 is 16. I'm going to regroup that 1. Okay. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So I'm going to do the same thing I did over here. I've already regrouped with these numbers. I like to cross them out and move them so that I don't have to worry about them anymore. And now I have to remember to put my placeholder 0 because I'm multiplying now by the tens place. And that 0 down here holds that tens place. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. And 1 times 1 is 1. Now we're going to add this up. Okay? So in order for the contractor to use the all-purpose grade, it will cost him a total of $2,376. Now look at this, guys. Even though the discounted grade was $1 cheaper per yard than the all-purpose, he doesn't have to use as much as the all-purpose. So already we can see that as of right now, the math that we've done, we can see that it would actually be cheaper right now for him to go with all-purpose. But we're not done because we've got to calculate these two. So what I would like for you to do now is I would like for you to pause the video, work these two out down here, and then replay the video again so you can see how it goes. So for the medium grade, I'm going to have to move down here a little bit. For the medium grade, he needs 129 yards at $19 per yard. Okay, so I'm going to begin. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 8, 18, 19, 20, wait. Yes, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 6, carry the 2. 9 times 1 is 1. 9 times 1 is 9, 10, 11. I'm going to remember to put my placeholder 0 because now I'm multiplying times the tens place. 10 times 9 is, well, I should say, it is 10 times 9 is 90. You see how that works out? 10 times, or 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, so in order for the contractor to use the medium grade concrete, it would cost him a total of $2,451. Okay, and last but not least, the premium. So for the premium grade, he only needs 121 yards at $23 per yard. So I'm going to start. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. Didn't have to regroup anything there, so there's nothing to cross out. I'm just going to put my placeholder. So 20 times 1, if you look at that, is 20. And if you look at this, 2 times 2, or I should say 20 times 20 is 40, or 400 I should say, but 420. And 2 times 1 is 2. So in this case, for the contractor to use the premium, it would cost $2,783. So my question to you, boys and girls, if you were the contractor, which grade would you use? If you answered all-purpose, you are absolutely correct. So the answer in this case would be, I'm going to put it in a complete sentence. The contractor should use the all-purpose concrete. It costs $2,376 to do the project. Okay. All right. So today you're going to do some practicing with multiplying basic numbers. Again, I hope that you guys are doing this practice and working on using standard algorithm because it is the most efficient way for multiplying. Good luck!